working from home as a mom is such a gift that we are gracious enough to live in a world that you can do that now. But it does come with some difficulties. Kids are not always going to be the best behaved while you are trying to get work done. Kids are kids. They're going to need attention. They're going to need some entertainment. So how do you organize your day to make sure that you have the least stressful work day as possible? I'll give you some tips in this video. Hello, my name is Danielle. Welcome back if you are revisiting my channel. If not, thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and watch a lot more content. I make a lot of mom vlogs here on YouTube, lots of tips like this, and also a little bit of exercise content for moms. So go check out those videos after this one, and yeah, I'm just glad to have you here. Thanks for clicking on the video. I hope that these tips will be helpful in your journey as a work from home mom. Like I said, it's not always easy. I've been doing it now for almost 3 years, and thankfully my husband also works from home, so we can balance our schedules, but not everyone has that luxury. I totally get it. But even with him working from home, we're still both working, so there comes some difficulties there. So the number one tip, the number one takeaway from this video that I want you to learn is the best way to have a good work day when you're a remote worker is to organize your day. I am a huge fan of Asana, which is a planning system where you type in your tasks. So it's like writing a task on a piece of paper, but instead of writing on a piece of paper, it's on your computer screen. You check off tasks and get them done. Super simple, super easy, and just super smooth. So check that out. I think Asana is free for just one person, so check that out. The other thing that really organized my day is a Google Calendar. So this doesn't just help me stay organized, it helps my team see exactly what I'm doing when. And I'm saying I put a lot of things on my Google Calendar. I don't just put work stuff, I put personal stuff. If I have to take the kids to a doctor's appointment, put that on my Google Calendar, kind of block out, this is the drive time, this is about how long it's going to take, you know, roughly. You never know when you go to the doctor. And I make sure that everyone knows that. So that's the time that I got something else going on. If you call me, I'll have to call you back after. And the other thing that I put on there is when I'm doing things like my daily tasks. So content creation's big for me as a CMO. I got to do a lot of writing and a lot of creation of content for the week. So on Monday morning, I block off 8 to 10 before our meetings that we have on Monday, and I just have the big content creation time. Now, not only does that show people that I am busy creating stuff, and if you call me, I might not pick it up if I'm in the middle of something, it also, for me, says this is when you make this is when you just really focus in, get this stuff done, and go from there. So on the one thing that helps me is as tasks come out up on that Asana sheet, I will add, okay, where in my day roughly am I going to be able to do this? I'll add it to my Google Calendar just so that everyone knows, okay, she's working on this, you know, email that needs to go out Friday, on Wednesday. It'll be sent to me now for proofreading probably by, you know, tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, or maybe right after she's done. So they can kind of see where everything's at, and then I myself know I got to get this done at this time. Now, with kids, sometimes your organization will get broken up. You know, there'll be a nap that doesn't happen, or maybe babysitting fell through for the day. And you know what, that's okay. If you have to push things off, that's fine. But I just think that it's good to have what you need to get done for that day on a calendar. So even at the end of the day, the kids are asleep, if there's something you can get to at night, get to it and just get it done, because you're gonna feel a lot better when it's done. I am a procrastinator at times. I try very hard to not be, but when I have those moments of procrastination, it eats at me and makes me less productive overall. So it's better to just get it over with and get it done. Tip 2, communicate your needs. Now this can be to your partner, your babysitter, or your work. You need to communicate to all of them about what's going on in your day. If you're having issues with, you know, family life, work life, make sure that they know that. If you work for a good company, they are going to be very understanding of that, especially working from home. Most companies know that when you're a remote worker, it's not a 9-to-5 gig anymore. It is a maybe 9 to noon break in the middle of the day, and then you work, you know, 4 to 6 dinner time, and then maybe you're working 8 to 10. And if it's all up to you and how you want to structure your day, depending on your job. I'm going to continue to say that throughout the video, because some jobs you have to be in that 9 to 5. If you watch my last video about remote work and how to get a job, you'll see that. I'm talking more about the jobs that have the built-in flexibility where maybe you aren't, you know, customer facing and always on a phone or something, you know, in sales, banking, whatever. But make sure that people just know what's going on in your day. And if you have a big block of your day where you got something going on, put it on your calendar, send an email out, and just let them know that, hey, sorry, I'm not going to be able to get to this until X day time, whatever it is, this came up. Communication is key, and companies appreciate it, and it keeps you accountable too, because you say, okay, I'm going to get this to you then, and you know when you have to get it to someone. Tip 3 is set your schedule. So this goes along with your Google Calendar. I myself didn't have a schedule for my remote work for a while. In my last remote position, I had to start scheduling out my days because I would get random phone calls throughout the day, talk to people for an hour, and be like, okay, I got nothing done today because I was on the phone all the time, or I was on the phone and then dealing with kids, and then, okay, I was supposed to write this blog, but it never got out. So now I'm gonna have to stay up late and do it. So if you have a rough schedule about what your day is gonna be, you have it on that calendar, people will know not to call you at that time, or if they call you, it's gonna have to be pushed back. And a lot of times someone calls you, it's probably, in most cases, they can send you an email, so if you don't get back with them, they'll email you too. So just make sure that you have that schedule set. Even if it doesn't completely go as planned, it's good to have that in your head to just keep you sane throughout the day. Tip 4, make sure you take breaks. I am the person who will work from 8 o'clock until 1, skip lunch, and not even realize what time it is. That happens to me much too often. My husband gets on me about it because he always says you need to take a break, and it's true. You are more productive if you take small breaks throughout the day. So if you're working on a task, work on it for half an hour, go take a 5-minute break, then go work on a half an hour again, go take a 5-minute break, go outside, get some air, drink some water, and reset yourself. Because if you're just in front of the computer draining on and on and on and on at a project, it's going to be less productive overall. You need to take those breaks to make sure you give yourself time to just rethink. And a lot of times kids will give you those breaks because kids will need something. You need to work in those breaks throughout the day. And kids are good at that because they want to, you know, go outside for a little bit, or they want to have breakfast or lunch or dinner. So you can break that up throughout the day, and it really does help. And it makes, I know for me, it makes me more productive and makes me less insane by the end of the day, less headaches, and I just feel better. And I feel like I usually get more done that way too. My last tip is give yourself some grace. So you are going to have days where babysitting falls through, and the kids are a terror, and you are just thinking, man, what is going on? I'm not getting any work done. Like, come on, I never can get ahead. Those thoughts go in everyone's head. I mean, whether you're working at home or you're working at work, because those days when I worked in an office job, those days happened in an office job where I was like, man, what happened in my day? Like I spent it, you know, draining on one project and got nothing else done, or maybe someone talked to me for an hour that I didn't want to be talking to, and it would just get me in such a bad mood. But don't let that affect you, because one day is one day. In the grand scheme of life, one day is not that much. In the grand scheme of your career, one day is nothing. So one day, every once in a while, you'll be fine. Give yourself a break that day. Maybe literally take the day off, you know, turn off your computer for a second and, you know, visit it throughout the day, answer your emails, whatever you got to do, but just don't zone in and try to get something big done, because it's just not going to happen, and it's going to make you more stressed out to be thinking like, I should be doing this right now. Why am I not doing this right now? Why is this not working? So take that time and just refocus yourself. By refocusing, you are going to be better off in the long run, and the next day, it's a new day, things are gonna be different, and life's gonna go a little bit smoother. This is a little bonus tip. If you are a work from home mom and you have the ability to get babysitting at least once or twice a week, and you are working a full-time job, I would do it. My parents watch the kids at least 2 times a week. It helps us out a lot. My husband and I can both get work done during that time, and we just get to focus so much more. So, you know, they'll take them mid-morning, late afternoon, and then we can work all the way up until 7 o'clock, go pick up the kids, they nap, and then if we have more work, we can continue to work on it. So our 2 most productive days are the 2 days that they always babysit, and it's good to have that and have that option, and the kids like it because it breaks up their day. There's no monotony and just, oh, I see the same people every day, oh, I do this every day, that every day. They get to have that mix in of, oh, I get to see my grandparents today. I mean, James loves it. He yells like, oh, grandma, grandpa, grandma, grandpa, and he'll run to the door. So kids like that little break, and you know, it's nice to have that. If you have the ability to have some sort of babysitting, you know, I would take it at least once or twice a week to just get those days where you really can power through and get a lot done. Well, those are my tips from being a remote working mom. I love it. I wouldn't change my life for anything. I have really just fallen into loving remote work. It is exactly where I've always wanted to be, and I'm so blessed and grateful that I have the opportunity to do it, and worked hard to get here. You know, I worked hard to make sure that I could be a work from home mom. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the one about how to get a remote job, linked right here. And then here's a playlist to some mom vlogs that I've made the last few weeks. Have a great day and keep being a great mom. Bye.